Last season, you guys closed the year on a 4-game win streak. You clinched a fourth straight season over 500 in CAA play. How proud of you were you of the way your team finished? How much momentum does that give you going into this year? And how have you guys been able to maintain that consistency?
Yeah, certainly proud of the team, Rob, and proud of our consistent performance, really since COVID, our ability to be highly competitive in the CAA. And a lot of that really goes to the nature of our program, being a developmental program, primarily recruiting high school football players, developing them. We've been able to supplement our roster with some transfers. Last year and this year, we're looking at about 8 full scholarship transfers like on our team. That's it. Probably one of the lowest numbers in Division I football. But we're getting the right guys in here, and we're developing our players to step up, with the departure of players. So, and the momentum, yes, there is momentum. There is drive. There's confidence. We're a highly motivated football team right now. Put in a tremendous amount of effort over the last 8 months. We're anxious to get going on Monday. Lost a significant amount of experienced players to the portal this offseason, transferring up to FBS and Power 4 programs, and we'll miss those guys. But I really love this football team, and being a developmental program, we've recruited the right high school guys, and these guys are ready to step up. They're ready to compete. They're ready to win. I'm real proud of our staff and the job that we've done and they've done to find the right transfers to fill some of those voids and develop our younger players over the spring and summer, and got a great mix of
Mike
veteran
Baldwin.
leadership.
I just sent the information over again.
Oh, excuse. Hey,
Uh,
Mike Baldwin, can you put your mute? Thank you. I'm sorry, Tony.
That's got a great mix of veteran leadership in our locker room, some proven CAA performers, as well as youthful talent. So I expect us to be highly competitive. We got a lot of juice, a lot of energy in our building, and these guys are ready to go.
Jake, just kind of building off what Coach said, you've been a starter on the line for the past couple of years, but a lot of new faces around you now. How has that changed? Maybe having to take on more of a leadership role with some of these young guys.
It's gone great so far. So the past couple of years, I've been really trying to build my role on the team and help out the younger guys. And like Coach said, we're a developmental team, so getting the young guys in and get them helping them get developed as much as I can is really something that means a lot to me.
And Jeff, just for you to get started, what a year you had last year. Consensus All-American as you returned Elon, averaging almost 48 yards per punt. Coming off last year, what are some of your goals heading into this season?
Yeah, I mean, as a team, we really want to be a CAA championship, CAA championship caliber team. We've been in the mix the past couple of years, and we really just want to get over the hump. We lost a lot of great weapons last year, like Rashawn and Chandler Brayboy and Matthew Downing, but I think we've got the guys to do it this year. We've got a young team, explosive offense, and a really sound defense. And one of the best special teams in the nation. I don't think there's any reason why we wouldn't be able to compete, at that level. And I think everybody's bought in for the season.
All right. Open up for some questions for you guys. Let's start with Azar. Go ahead, Azar.
Hey, Coach, how's it going?
Great, Azar.
I wanted to ask you, I know because you don't want to just focus on last season, but last season you guys started, like as Rob alluded to, 1-5. What changed in that Albany game? Because that's when everything changed. Even though you lost the next game, you won the next 4. But I was at that Albany game, and I saw the energy before the game started, and I kind of knew Albany was in trouble. I saw it. You guys didn't look like a 1-4 team. Something changed. I don't know, but at that point, I felt like that was my first time seeing you last season, and you didn't look like the team that the record showed. So if you could just allude to what changed at that point, and also Jake, if you could add into it after Coach answers, please.
Yeah. So the first 5 games really there were a handful of plays in those games that didn't go our way, and some were self-inflicted. And those plays could have really changed the trajectory of those games and our season. And so we were frustrated. We were hungry going up there to Albany. We were at home for, I think it was 4 weeks straight. We had played at home. And when you lose consecutive games at home, and that's tough, that leaves a mark. So we were excited to get on the road and play. And when you travel to, like, your team is together, on the bus or on the plane or in the hotel, man, and that's valuable time. Just the more time our guys can spend together and grow closer, and it helps us. So I think that all helped fuel the fire going into that game. And then I would say down the stretch of the season, like, we made more plays. Like, instead of maybe missing opportunities, we made them, and it helped us win football games.
And Jake, if you could just respond also too.
Yeah, of course. Like Coach said, a lot of those games came down to like one or two plays that really would have helped us or would have hurt us. So by the time we got to Albany, it was just one of those things where we were sick and tired of losing, sick and tired of having that one or two plays get away from us, and we really wanted to just go out there and play our game.
Yeah, I just wanted, before I was go to the next question, I was just gonna say, because I saw you guys on the sideline like before the game. I was like, who the hell is this? This don't look like 1-14. Y'all look like y'all was, the way you were playing was like you was gonna go to the playoffs, like you was making a playoff run. And it never stopped after that. So I just wanted to say that before we go to the next question. But thank you for answering.
Thank you.
Next question here from Miles. Go ahead, Miles.
Hey, Coach, how are you?
Great,
Um,
Miles.
my question, you guys had some good, very good freshman campaigns from a couple of guys from TJ Thomas, Kamar Brown. What kind of like sophomore leap do you expect from these guys? Like, what kind of expectations do you have going into their second year?
Yeah, I expect big jumps from those guys. Just it's another year of physical development, another year in our system. So more confident, play faster, think less, developing their skill set. And that's the beauty about being a developmental program. Like, I expect a ton of growth from both of those guys and several other of our freshmen who really, stood out this spring, and excited to see them come out and play.
Next question from Taylor Durham. Good morning, Taylor.
Morning, Rob. Morning, Coach.
Morning, TD.
You mentioned earlier the sustained success, and first time since 2010 to have four straight years of 500 or better. How important was the last month? 4 straight wins, winning 5 of 6 for the offseason program.
Yeah, great. Builds momentum. It certainly helps with recruiting as well, and momentum there. But the guys, like, in our locker room right now, like, they know what we're capable of. They know that we can win. If we go out and we're the best version of ourselves, and we prepare properly and we execute, then there's not a game on our schedule that we can't win. We just need to be the best version of us and prepare and execute to do that. And I'm very fortunate that we've got a group of players and staff that are resilient, right? Like, we can bounce back from adversity. The fact that these guys came to work every week and prepared and competed to win the back half of that season speaks volumes to our players, our coaches, and just the culture in this building. And so we got a bunch of fighters, and this is a hungry, competitive, highly motivated group.
One quick question for Jake and for Jeff. Jake, let's start with you. And obviously the new defensive coordinator in Casey Vance, but it's a guy that your group knows. How important was that for you?
It was extremely important. Having Coach Edwards leave was a big blow to our defense, but having Coach Vance just come right up from the linebackers was incredible for us. He knows us, he knows our in and outs, he knows what we like, what we don't like. So it was just huge for us, and especially with being a developmental program, having someone new in the mix isn't always the best. But having someone come up from in the ranks really was beneficial for us.
Jeff, you had a fantastic year last year, but you've also surrounded yourself with some really good kickers as well. You started with Skylar Davis and obviously Luke Barnes. I'm not quite sure there's a bigger field goal kicker in the FCS, pal.
No, definitely not. I mean, he's 6'6", 6'7", yeah, something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah, it's big guy.
how much has it meant to have the success and the overall group? Because you guys have become a destination school now for guys that want to be good in that aspect.
We fence as a whole is, I mean, fundamental for our success. It's the
Yeah.
whole team all together. You've got, different types of guys all over the field. You got starters, you got rotational guys, you got guys that just want to get on the bus, and you got freshmen. Um, I, I think it's a really good way to get, the whole team together as one on a single unit. We take a lot of pride in we fence and what we do out there, one play at a time.
Wonderful. Thanks, guys.
And it's got a follow up from Miles. Go ahead, Miles.
Um, Another question I had was for games like Duke, against teams like that, how do you guys prepare differently for those games? And did you take anything away from last year's game and apply that?
Yeah. So preparing for Duke, when you're playing an FBS opponent and it's the first game of the year, both teams are gonna have wrinkles, right? Both teams have had some changes in the staff, so there's going to be some wrinkles that we're going to present and that they're going to present. When you go into those games, like you need to be the best version of you. You've got to avoid the pitfalls. You got to make sure you don't beat yourself before we can beat Duke, right? So protect the football, being efficient, limit the explosive plays defensively. And that was really one thing that really got us last year against them was we did a great job stopping the run, but a couple explosive plays, whether it's a miscommunication or poor eye discipline or a missed tackle or missed opportunities at sacks, we really got to limit those plays. And, I also feel like our conditioning is going to help us. We last year we were going toe to toe with those guys. At the end of the first half, and this year in this summer our strength staff and our players like they wanted more. They wanted to be pushed more. We want to make sure that we're not going to run out of gas in that football game this year. So. Our guys are excited about it. I love those FBS games. I love the regional games, the ACC games against great academic schools like Elon. So it's a great opportunity for our guys to play a Power Four program and have that kind of film, which is going to help them if they've got aspirations to play on Sundays or after they get their Elon degree, have some opportunities to play at Power Four programs themselves. So it's a great opportunity for our guys.
Tony, Jake, Jeff, thanks so much for